Hi everyone, and welcome to video number 6, which today is all going to be about tying things together in Google Meet and running OBS in Google Meet. This video will be about 5 minutes in length for me to be able to get through this. So let's do a quick review. You've put in the front work now. You have sound effects, you have videos, you have transitions, you have multiple scenes to start your morning, lunchtime, break time. You've got web browser hooked up, and now you want to put it into Google Meet. So it's very simple for us to do this, and it all focuses around this button right here that is called the virtual camera. Before we actually click that button, it's going to be set at default to start. And that's a good thing, because here's what's going to happen. If we go over to Google Meet and we click on New Meeting and starting an instant meeting, you're going to see that Google Meet is going to automatically default to running just the web camera the way that you have it hooked up. So there's an issue with this. The issue with this is that we already have our web camera running through OBS. And now what we're trying to do is run it through Google Meet at the same time. And we've created a conflict. We can't run the camera in two different locations at the same time. And that's okay. Don't panic if you see this. What we need to do is we need to trick Google Meet into thinking that OBS is a camera on itself, on its own. And here's how we do that. Because you've already installed OBS, you're going to go to these 3 buttons, and you're going to click on Settings right here down at the very bottom. And you're going to go to Video. And now what you can see here, this is the web camera that I'm just currently hooked up to on my computer. It's a little different at my at UCC. If you drop down this menu, you're going to have an option called OBS Virtual Camera. Click that, and it's going to say camera is starting. And then you'll see a little preview window right here. And if we click out of here, you're going to see this is the OBS logo. That is a good thing. That's what we want to see. So now all we have to do is go back into OBS and click on Start Virtual Camera. If I click that, you'll notice that in Google Meet, you'll see I'm in the Google Meet tab, it is now mirroring what OBS has. Now I know you might be looking at this and saying, oh my gosh, everything's backwards. That's okay. It's mirrored for us, but your students are seeing everything the way that it should look. So don't panic. Okay, and now all I have to do, I don't need to do anything else in Google Meet whatsoever. If I have a separate monitor, what I can do is just slide it over to the second monitor and just leave it there to watch what my students are doing. Everything else is going to be run through OBS. So no more having 20 tabs open. We're just going to run everything through the OBS package. Here's what I mean. If I click on OBS, let's say I want to run a good morning intro. And let's set it up actually with a 15-second intro. I'll give myself 20 seconds just to make sure I have enough time. So I'm going to click 20 seconds on this timer. It's running in the background. I hit start, and let's say I go to my good morning sign. There's my good morning sign. Let's get the music on. And if I go back into Meet, you'll see that the students are just seeing this. They're not seeing anything on the back end. So here I am waiting for the timer to count down. Turn this music down. And as it finishes, I come back to my web camera, and you'll see all I had to do was click on the different scene, and OBS is telling Google Meet that the web camera is now showing something different. Same thing if I want to run a transition. I'm back here and I say, okay, guys, we're going to jump over to the web in just a second, and I want to take 10 seconds to just collect myself. I'm going to click on a transition, go back here, and this is what the students are seeing. And then I'll come back to the web camera again, because I think you get the gist of it. So everything now is going to be run through OBS and not Google Meets. They're going to see all of the hard work that you put in without any of this background stuff that's here at the bottom. So this is video number 6, using OBS in Google Meets. Congratulations for putting everything together and putting the hard work out and front-loading everything that you've done. I am going to be adding some additional videos to this, and we are going to be doing some advanced stuff in OBS if you want to continue. One of the things that we're going to be doing is using a green screen so I can get rid of this background back here. I know a lot of teachers don't really like having a background, or they blur the background in Google Meets. What you can do is hang a green screen behind you, and then you can eliminate the background and then put anything behind it, and it will just be kind of the outline of you. Which would work great if you were on the web. You won't see that little background stuff. It'll just be your talking head while you're doing things. Or if you, like for instance, this is me. This is what mine looks like. And if I was to run mine, it would just be me sitting here looking like I'm sitting in space. As opposed to having a square box around me, it would just be the outline of me doing my thing. We're going to do that in a second video, or a separate video. And then we're also going to do something on voice modulation, or how to change your voice, which does require an additional microphone. And it also does require a subscription for a different type of website and another program you have to put in called Voice Mod. Those are advanced things that we're going to get into. But if you have gone through this and you've done even just remotely something little, congratulations on doing that. I think your kids are really going to enjoy it. And if you want to catch video number 7 and number 8 a little bit later on, they will be posted for you to try. This is using OBS and Google Meets. Thanks very much for tuning in. And hopefully, again, we'll see you in the more advanced videos coming up later.